little family treasures and mementos that you keep stashed away in a drawer somewhere because you don't quite know how to get them out on display. It almost seems a shame to hide them away, but I mean, what do you do with them? Do you put them on a mantle or put them in a glass case? Well, I think these deserve just a little bit more presence in the house. So let's come up with a design solution that will get them out on display once and for all. My inspiration? Well, it all starts with this beautiful gold frame. I'm going to turn this into a curiosity cabinet, essentially a box on the back of the frame. You might also know it as a shadow box, but this won't just be any ordinary curiosity cabinet. This one's going to have a very slight twist, which I'll show you very soon. It's going to be exciting. Now, to measure up for the box on the back, obviously you need to think about the depth. So the objects that you're going to stash away, you need to measure them. That will be the width of my shelf, so that will accommodate quite a few of those little treasures. Now, as for the size itself, flip the frame upside down and take your measurements on the back like I've done here. You can see how neatly this will fit onto the reverse. So do your measurements, have everything cut to size, then you can glue and fix it together. So now we've got the frame for the box. We actually need a backing board. So if you go too thick with it, you're going to obviously reduce the internal depth. So what I've got here is just some 3mm MDF that I've cut to the internal size. Now, instead of it sitting flush against the back, I've got a little bit of a magic trick. We're going to put some of these offcuts as spacers. So once that goes in, it's actually going to conceal a little compartment, which you'll see soon. So to fix this in position, it's obviously quite thin. So instead of nailing it, which is going to be really tricky, I'm just gluing all the way around the outside. A little bit more on the inside. Wipe off the excess with the damp cloth, and once it's dry, then we can paint. When you're painting timber or MDF, it's really important not to skip the prep step. This basically seals everything off and ensures that you get a really good finished result. Now, for the top coat colour, you could choose it to suit your frame or your wall colour. In this case, I'm going for matte black. Now, the next step is to actually marry the new section of the cabinet with the old frame. And the colour to do that? Beautiful gold. To accommodate all of these little treasures, I'm going to add a whole series of slim shelves. Now, you could keep it very simple and just use MDF and paint it to match the box. Or if you've got a little bit more cash to splash, you could actually have some glass shelves cut to size. Just make sure when you're asking your glazier to cut them and arris the edges, that means round them so that they're nice and safe. You can mark up the sides with pencil and start drilling. Now, before I put the shelf lugs in the other side, I just want to tidy up this back panel. I could use wallpaper, I could paint it fully, but instead, for an extra touch of magic, I've had a sheet of mirror cut to size. Now, this just goes in, just with some double-sided tape on the back. So you can see now we've got this little narrow recess that I allowed for. Now that is the perfect hidey hole for jewellery, for passports, anything basically that's fairly small and flat that you want to hide away from people who shouldn't know it's there. Now it's pretty boring as is, so I've made a backing board. Just got some foam core, you could use cardboard, and this is just double-sided tape. So that will go in with the double-sided tape stuck down. Now you can pretty much decorate it how you like. If you want to put things like passports in there, a great idea is to get some grosgrain ribbon with some double-sided tape across each corner, and then if you just do it on a little triangle and stick it on the back, you can tuck things neatly underneath. To fix the backing box to the frame, I'm just using these little angle brackets. And you can see what I've done here is just had them sprayed black so they tie in. You almost can't see them at all. It's all coming together, but the final part of this build is the backing board, which basically fixes the cabinet to the wall. But with the addition of a piano hinge on the side, this allows the entire cabinet to open and close to reveal our secret compartment. How good is that? A secret little hidey hole that only you and a select few will know is there. And for all of those other beautiful family treasures, you can finally get them out on display and celebrate them for good. I think this is a really cute little idea, don't you?